The beautiful and serene environment on the islands of Kalangala district have drawn a number of tourists to the area. But even as the revenue from the tourists have somewhat helped improve the economic status of the district, the gains could be at risk due to two factors: rapid population growth and the influx of sex workers who are driving up the rate of HIV infections. This has not been helped by the fact that some residents are not embracing preventive methods and the use of contraceptives. Some of the islands that make up Kalangala district are extremely sought after by domestic and international tourists as holiday getaways. This is largely due to the scenic natural beauty that attracts scores of people on vacation and honeymooners for pleasure and relaxation. In recent years, this central Ugandan district has seen an upsurge of indigenous Ugandans migrating from neighboring districts like Masaka and Mukono to settle and cash in on the lucrative fishing trade and lately palm oil production. But this internal migration has brought with it a host of problems, and the major one is an inexorable increase in the number of commercial sex workers from surrounding districts coming here to earn a living.
Here in Kalangala, you find many men come to work, and they are no what? They are no women. In order to pass the law of nature, has to be having a woman around. So what does that mean? It means that very many people come in, especially the sexual workers. People go in for commercial sex.
Over the years, this sad state of affairs has brought about an increase in the number of HIV/AIDS cases, with the prevalence rate in Kalangala now standing at about 30%.
These fishermen have a lot of money, so for as little as 5,000 shillings, they go with the women for unprotected sex.
The population of the district has also grown rapidly in the past decade, from about 35,000 people to approximately 47,000 today. A number of locally based and international non-governmental organizations have intervened to address Kalangala's health challenges.
Our mobile outreach teams are used to going to the most remote places every day as a kind of mobile clinic to provide long-term and permanent methods of contraception after counselling women and people who need the services. And we'll be here on many other days to provide free family planning choices to these women. And if you go around this clinic and you talk to the women here, they're desperate to be able to control their own bodies.
But some Kalangala women dismissed the introduction of long-term and permanent family planning services, describing them as harmful.
Some of the women using these methods suffer nasty consequences after some time. I fear the injectables because you will not be able to conceive for 3 or even 6 months.
These sentiments, no doubt, mean that Maristops and other like-minded organizations need to do a lot more to sensitize residents on the importance and the side effects of the various family planning methods. The efforts of improving on the quality of life and reducing the growing human population are impeded by social, cultural and traditional factors here in this island. Now, many of the fishermen here live a carefree life and are not very keen on applying the family planning methods that are taught in the various health centers. We visited this pre-primary school deep in Mulabana village to get to grips with the situation of education here. And we were struck by the hearty welcome the boisterous little children gave us. Their teacher, Honest Owomujisha, speaks with pride of the superior quality of teaching their school offers the children compared to other government schools.
The government introduced UPE, but that UPE, those who study from there, even when they meet me in the way, they try to hide. Because they say that if they meet these ones, they ask them in English. They don't know English. Those teachers who are there, they don't mind about teaching because they know that for me, At the end of the month, I'm going to get money.
After the school and hearing the numerous heart-rending tales of the plight of Kalangala women, we embarked on our journey back to Kampala aboard the MV Kalangala ferry. But even here, the captain has accounts on how some expectant mothers have been helped to deliver on the deck as they travel across the island in search of better health facilities.
My 4 months stay on board, moving up and down, at least twice it has happened that women deliver on board.
One of the ferry's crew members, only identified as Sally, speaks like an expert midwife of sorts from the apparent maternal experiences he has had on the ferry.
Some women come when they are like as if they are about to deliver. Now this vibration makes them deliver. So we've helped like several of them. The first were twins. It was a successful one. The second one, she was a baby girl. She came out okay. But the third one, she was an elderly lady. I think she had maybe some other diseases. So the baby was delivered dead.
The sorry state of health facilities in Kalangala district and the happy-go-lucky attitude of the fishermen has contributed to the increase in HIV/AIDS prevalence rates and blighted this otherwise beautiful tourist spot that has been the country's pride for long. One can only hope that the efforts of government and non-governmental organizations will restore the island's glory. The potential for Kalangala to grow are all too clear, what with the budding and promising tourism industry and the growing palm oil sector. Indeed, many of the residents are employed in the numerous tourist resorts, the palm oil plantations and the palm oil processing factories, and in fishing. However, if the fast-growing population and the rapid spread of HIV is not urgently addressed, Kalangala residents may remain wallowing in poverty and the little gains from these activities wiped out. I am Chris Ochamringa for NTV Connect.